Hello. Had to sip a little bit of that margarita made from old tequila I found at the bottom of my bar. It's a beautiful thing whenever you find a case of liquor and you don't mind it. Unfortunately, I got some real bad diesel that I have in my cabinet that I've just been giving away as gifts to people because I got a whole case of it via happenstance. My wife works a really cool job and she left a site, and at the end of the event she was left with several cases of liquor, and I was the benefactor of that. So I have about probably 6 cases of big O handles of different brands of vodka and tequila that I've been slamming as much as I can. But I can't really do it that much. I don't really drink that often, but when I do, I rather have beers. So since I can't drink it all, if it's made for really cool gifts, it's really funny to see the look on people's faces whenever you give them a bottle of liquor. They think that you thought of them more intently. But to those listening, I apologize. I am Indian giving. Hopefully, you never hear about this, but if you do, hopefully you enjoyed it. I am grateful I was able to bestow upon you such a beverage, and I hope you're happy. Memorial Day weekend. Memorial Day weekend is here. It is 5/23/26, and a lot's going on, man. Weather around Houston's just been funky. It's been bad. You can chew on the air when you walk outside. You're gnawing on it. It's real thick, three C's. And I was going to the Target, dude, and I was walking like a football player, just kind of head down. You can always tell when someone played football for a long time because their posture is not like any other athlete. The posture of a football player is very much just looking at the ground, kind of just beat up all the time. No, I'm no longer athletic, but I've maintained the posture so people think so. And I'm just staring at my feet. It's muggy, it's rainy, it's a real overcast. Everybody's in a grumpy mood. Everyone's in a grumpy mood whenever you go to the grocery store. I don't understand it. Like you're in a cool place to buy a bunch of stuff you don't need. Also, shame on me for calling Target a grocery store. Target is a store for 30-year-old women that like to spend a bunch of money on wild stuff. There's a full on Ulta in my Target now. And Ulta, for those of you that are maidenless, is a place where women find the most beautiful dirt to rub on their face. It's typically a standalone store, but here they've conned my demographic into spending their money at Target and having a roped off section isolated for makeup. Now, I will give Target the benefit of the doubt. I think that the oral hygiene section of Target's the best. I think that everywhere else is subpar. You can go get any toothbrush you want, any replacement heads you need. You get any toothpaste. I like Crest. Shout out Crest. We don't like Colgate in this house. We're a Crest team. And you can go get that. You can get the bougie mouthwash. I don't really remember the name. It's like Dr. Something. Dr. Something mouthwash is really good. It's like a non-burny, get rid of the funk mouthwash. You get Sensodyne there. You get a whole slew of different brands, and you go to Target and you're just happy. People who shop at Target have good teeth. And we went through there and it was good. We were shopping for my niece's birthday, getting her some cool stuff. She has her own room now. It's a big thing. My wonderful sister and her husband finally capitalized and got on their first home purchase. What a blessing that is. It's exciting to see your people win, right? I like seeing that. So we're gearing up. We're like, hey, what does she want? Now, when I was 11, I wanted ripsticks and scooters, I wanted big, chunky Osiris shoes, which I never got. And I'm grateful I didn't. I'd be too cool. And the badass ones die young. So gratefully, my mom didn't allow me to have the finger-like gloves and the Osiris shoes because I'm still here today. Kept me a little humble. We're going through there, we're shopping, and we get these little lights. She wants lights. My niece wants LED lights in her room. Went through that phase, and it was really sick. And as we're shopping for my niece with things she wants, I'm thinking through, I'm about to have a daughter. And that's been something I've kind of been thinking about a lot, just quietly to myself. And man, I'm excited for it. But like the people that know me as my friend, or know me as, their son, or know me as a coworker, I'm different things to each of those people. I think my wife would say I'm a lot more rational and grounded than most. I think my coworkers would say I'm a very bubbly person, funny. I think my mom would say, she worries for me and that I am really hard on myself. But if I were to be the best person in each of those situations, and if I were to give myself leeway and just focus on the pros and not the cons of each relationship I have, I think by default it pales in comparison to the view your child will have of you. And this may be just me being a little bit too vulnerable here, but I think I'm worried that there's a reality out there where I let my daughter down. And so what I've been striving to do is to become the man that never does that. And it's been such a heavy topic for me to have in my head. And to be honest, I've been moderately avoidant of it because it's difficult to say I'm not patient. It's difficult to say I'm not right. Talk about chastising yourself. Like I have little home projects and stuff I've been working on for 6 months. I could get after. I have small things at work I could tone up. I could make the additional phone call to my parents. A lot of ways that I could be a better husband, a better father in the future, a better son, a better friend, better coworker. There's a lot of ways I could shape up on. And, I'm feeling called more than ever to identify those things because I think ultimately it'll make me a better person. And I want to be the man that little baby girl thinks I am. And it's really difficult to kind of face the music that's not even being played yet. But when you see the set list and it's coming, it's like, okay, I got to be able to, I got to be able to lasso the moon. I got to be able to fight the mountain. I got to be the man that can scare the monsters away under the bed. And in my current capacity, I am the guy that's self-reveling, sipping a margarita, talking to a webcam. But I'm also the guy that's aiming to atone all those things. And when you do have a kid on the way, for those of you that don't have kids, you'll know what I'm talking about one day when you do. Those of you that have already gone through this, God bless you for it, because I feel it in my biology changing. There's a precursor that I think everybody goes through. And I think it's hitting me maybe a little early, but it's that change. It's that shift from feeling sorry or maybe even, scared away from stuff. It's like, no, I have to make the world turn manually. Like, there's no choice. And honestly, I'm eager to do it. Get me a crank. I'll spin the wheel. And that's kind of what we're landing on. That's where we're at. That's where we're at. I want to be more involved in my day-to-day life. And also I want to be involved with the changing of the world for the better. Point in case we're at Target. I don't like where the world's going. I'll be honest. I'm going. I had to go to the bathroom. My wife went to Starbucks and was getting a Starbucks for me, and I had to tell her, "Hey, honey, sorry. Got to go drop the Browns at the Super Bowl. Got to use the porcelain throne. I got to rock and roll. I got to skedaddle, and I got to go sit in the Oval Office." And I'm there at Target. It's not my proudest moment, but everyone's been there. This is why they had toilets in public. I'm at the public toilet. Lord knows you kind of got to say a prayer over it to bless the bowl before you sit down and kind of do the hover, put the toilet paper down. I'm not completely tacky. Okay. I sit down and then this 100% don't like the world. I don't like where the world's going. There's a guy next to me. I 100% am certain this fucking guy is on his phone playing slots in the stall next to me. Between the things noises, I hear the freaking buffalo or whatever the fuck. It's not the buffalo, but it's second. It's second. I know it. I hear the slot spinning. I hear the losing. I hear the winning. We probably won $2. He didn't get too excited. Feel for the dude, but at least if he would have won big, he would have shit himself in the appropriate place. I don't like that we live in a world where, like, 10 years, most jobs are going to be obsolete. Energy prices are going to go through the roof. Regional Water Authority just posted in Texas that the average cost of 1,000 gallons is going to go from $3 to $11 within the next 15 years. Meaning that my water bill that is now $130 whenever I decide to fill up a pool, have friends over, take showers, it goes up a little bit. It'll be $500 here in like 15 years. That's fucking crazy. That's just my water talk. Everyone's having this energy crisis bullshit. AI is going wild. You don't know what's what. And you can't even shit in public without the guy next to you having such a dopamine dependency that he's fucking hitting slots while he's on the dumper. Heaven forbid the fucking 4-year-old kid has to take a dump. I mean, that should be a fucking rule. Like, hey, dude, put your phone in a Faraday bag if you're going to use a public shitter. Because half of y'all are just fucking scrolling anyways and blocking up the line. I don't like that. I don't like the potholes. I feel like potholes are just popping up everywhere. I mean, not going down a list of shit that needs to change, but some shit needs to change, I think potholes lead to a lot more violent crime. It's a lot harder to be in a bad mood if your ride's steady. I feel like most places that have crime, you fix the street, all the other shit would go way better. Because if I'm driving like this versus me driving on a bumpy road, I guarantee you I'm more mad if I'm on a bumpy road than forbid I get a flat tire. We got to change the world for the better, man. I think it starts by being good. And I think that good deeds will bring righteous things to life. I think that generosity is important. I think helping people out is the way to go. If I could encourage y'all with one thing, without seeking your fruits immediately, I mean, don't tell anybody, but if you're in a drive-through line, pay for the guy behind you, or at least give $10 to it. I guarantee you, if you go out in the middle of the week and you just stop by to get a water, you will see somebody that is struggling financially. You can tell it. It's pretty easy to spot a single mom. It's the one that looks like they're going to cry. If she's going to her car to try to scrap up change, cover the difference. If you're in traffic in Houston, let someone over and be willing to like pray with people or talk to people. Like that's just such a huge thing. If we all just kind of came together and focused on, hey, sincerely asking people, how are you doing? If you practiced once in the next month, if you could just go once to one person you don't know, hey, man, you look like someone that's having a rough day. How are you doing? More often than not, I think you'll get a positive reaction. And if you don't, well, that guy is just destined to be a dickhead that day and maybe roll the dice on somebody else. I don't know. I think the risk is 100% worth the reward. And with me trying to focus on making the world a better place for my posterity, I would encourage everyone to take that risk, man. I would encourage you to bring a little bit extra kindness into the world, especially in the spirit of Memorial Day. I joke. I like to joke. I don't take a lot of things serious, but there is like one holiday that gets to me. I mean, yes, it's a great excuse to have a pool day. Yes, it's a great excuse to barbecue. But since Memorial Day is basically a catch-all for all of our veterans and stuff, I was, I think, 3 years old whenever 9/11 happened. I think my generation was basically born, bred, and propagandized, good or bad, however you want to view it, into living and breathing red, white, and blue, beautiful colors. And in the spirit of at least Memorial Day, man, people that have passed in the service, I'm grateful for you. Like, thank you. I want to try to make this country more of a version of what you were proud for. So when I was younger, all I wanted to do was be a Marine or a cop. President was up there, but I had Xbox Live. And if that ever got out, Bill Gates would have me by the nuts. I mean, my heroes beyond Toby Keith was just anyone serving the country. And it's an admirable thing. And I'm grateful for you. And the people that have lost their lives, I will refuse to let that be in vain to the best of my ability. Even if it's buying the single mama coffee whenever she's behind me in the line at Starbucks, or giving the person that's having a hard time buying baby formula a couple extra bucks and just leaving. It makes you feel good to do good things. And whenever you see somebody that's having a tough go, life sucks sometimes. Telling somebody, man, that sucks, probably goes a lot further than saying it'll get better. Being a willing ear, I don't know. I don't know why this is eating on me so much, man, but I really want the world to be better and I want to be a part of it. And most of y'all are better than me anyways. If I encourage you to do it, vice versa, you'll encourage me. And then we'll all sing Kumbaya here in another 10 years. And then all the problems will be fixed. Outside of socioeconomic, political, geopolitical problems. But at least getting cut off in fucking traffic, and seeing people cry at grocery stores, we could solve those. Those are things within our wheelhouse. At least I have a firm belief that they are. Any hoozle, man. Let's get back to this, Mark. Let's get back to what we got going on. I really don't have too much going on outside of bearing the stresses of my small sphere of a world from day to day. But even then, that's not too bad. I mean, I've really had a good time. My wife and I have been crushing a bunch of food lately. It's such a blessing to have a pregnant woman in the house because it's kind of a infinite excuse to Uber Eats stuff. I think we spent probably close to $1,100 on Uber Eats last month, and that's fucking crazy. But the Portillo's, banger. They had the deals for the Perry's pork chop, banger. I mean, there's so much good food. Thai food, come on now. Praise the Lord, hallelujah. I haven't even had to leave the house to get pouches. I've been getting these Tucker Carlson Alp pouches. You go to alp.com right now, you can get yourself a lemon raspberry drifter. These come in 3, 6, 9, and 12 milligrams, I believe. This lemon raspberry is so good. You get 20 pouches for 10. Go to out.com/Cray. Pick yourself up one, buy three for the price of three, get three. It's a new deal. Promo code It's Cray Show. You can get it now. Once again, that's out.com/CRAY. That's Cray. Use promo code Cray to buy three for the price of three. What a grand deal. That's just an excerpt of what it would be like if Big Talk would actually toss a sponsorship my way. I already got a 12 in. I'm going to toss another one in because me and nicotine got a sweet little affair going on right now. It makes me feel all good inside. And to counterbalance that, I've been having a lot of coffee. And I got these little mints. You can get these over actually at Tarjay. I think you can get them at HEB too, but these are Respawn or Recharge mints. Now, I'm not going to give these people a little ad read, but I will tell you that these watermelon guava rush mints, dude, not only do they taste like candy, it's just a mountain of L-theanine and like B12 vitamins, and they're caffeine free. And apparently, I didn't know this, but taking too much caffeine can give you anxiety. Probably explains my 2023, 2024 year a lot. Every time I walk by a coffee pot, I basically just absorbed it. You know, it's basically like the Pokemon Guzzlord. Shout out Guzzlord. Basically like just the trash man. Shout out Danny DeVito. I vacuum it up. I just drink coffee all the time. And I was slamming so much coffee. I was probably having like 1,100 milligrams of caffeine. And then I was wondering why like my anxiety was peaked, you know, but I since dialed it down. I don't slam coffee as much anymore. I wait 45 minutes before I have any in the morning. I maybe have 2 cups and I'm chilling. But this L-theanine, when you combo it with caffeine, my super smart, pretty, beautiful wife, who's actually getting her master's of herbology, she's going to be a master herbalist, was kind of telling me, hey, bro, L-theanine can help tone you down since you're housing all this coffee. Because I'll tell you right now, the best soda ever invented, it's Diet Coke. And since I turned like 25, my buddy Preston White put me on it, and I've been slamming them, dude. I slammed Diet Cokes. I got the regular, I got the cherry, I got the caffeine free. All 3 of those. I got 3 cases downstairs in my fridge, and they're just amazing. But I'm still having way too much caffeine. It's really keeping me up at night, and these little mints have at least dialed it down to where I don't feel all jittery. Because there's a while there whenever I went and did my physical for my new job, because you have to do a physical now for some jobs. They were like, hey, put your hands out. And I did. Like, so you got it kind of right now. They're like, you got a little shake to you. You got a little shake. You might have Parkinson's when you're older. I was like, that's great. Come to find out, dude, I realized I get the shakes a little bit when I've had too much caffeine. Fun story, dude. I don't really have too much more for you. I will tell you, I'm grateful for you. It's good to be back. It's good to be posting this. I hope you have a great rest of your day, man. I want to encourage you to go out and do something awkward but kind. You know, and if you could do it faceless, even better. I'm a big fan of not eating the fruits of your labors immediately. Give yourself a little delayed gratification. Don't even tell anybody you did it. That's the best way to be. I think that'll be better for you independently. It's something I'm working on. I haven't even done most of these things I'm talking about. Maybe me telling you is a way of me encouraging myself. But I think we should all just be a little bit better people. I think we should get fired up for the day. I think we should hold our counties accountable for fixing potholes. I mean, honestly, if we wanted to do one thing, if there's one thing I could use this podcast for, is fix the fucking roads, dude. You got plenty of money. You know, you got the FIFA Cup coming to Texas, dog. How about instead of like doing dumb stuff, you fix these friggin' potholes, nerds? That'd be solid. We'd all live in a beautiful utopia. There'd be no Republican, no Democrat. Everybody would just be happy road guys. That's a blessing. Something to aim for, dude. I'm fired up. Let's fix the roads. I like these shitty roads. Anywho, I hope you have a great rest of your day, man. I hope your night's been good. I hope you enjoy your Memorial Day. I hope you take a second to just be grateful. Throw some gratitude down the line. You know, thank a veteran, because I guarantee you they know somebody that's passed, that served. And, you know, next time you see somebody having a hard time, dude, lend a ear. I'm going to get after probably playing a little bit of video games with the buddies, with the boys, with the homies, compadres, and we're going to try to let the world turn on its own tonight. And then tomorrow, we're going to get better for it. I love you. God loves you. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.